So I made this character design for animation based off Dustin from Stranger Things Season 4. I made this using only Procreate on my iPad. And in this video, I'll be showing you guys how I came up with the art style and also how to make an accurate character turnaround. Which is why when you stand at all these perspectives in the flipbook, you get a seamless 3D looking character turnaround with the eyes, the hands, the pants, everything stays on the same point. That's how you know your character turnaround is actually accurate. With all that being said, I guess it's our time we dive into the video. So the first thing I'm doing is adding up my references, which is Dustin and the art style which I will be using for this character design. So for my character shapes, I will be focusing more on the guy with a red hat, because he has a shape more similar to what I would want my Dustin character to look like. I made these characters, I think, 2024, based off Netflix shows like Rick and Morty, Big Mouth, F's for Family. So I had to look at most of the character designs and create my own art style. So that's why, if you look, it looks pretty much like this Netflix series cartoon characters. This right here just looks sad. So I had to recreate a new layer, duplicate my art layer, make a new layer, reduce the opacity. And now I have to redo the entire art because I wasn't satisfied at all with the first art. So sometimes you really gotta make bad art to make good art. So I'm gonna redo the entire art again, but more like tracing from the previous art and remaking this art again, so it looks more like Dustin and more like my character reference, my character design reference. That's what I'm trying to remake from this part. So if you notice, I added his front hair and also made his forehead more pronounced, just like he has in real life. No disrespect, I love this character. I'm also gonna be drawing him without the jacket this time, because I would like to know what he would look like without the jacket. Because most animators, or myself when I animate, I do not animate most fluid clothes and hair at the same time. So I know I'll be animating him without the jacket. So why not make the character without the jacket first? Then we would also add up the jacket while animating and also in the character design, just to see what it looks like. So the first face I drew was not really looking like his face, and I knew how to remake this face. So I had to take my time to make the eyes and the lips more like what he has, but more cartoony. So there we have it. So right after getting the face and body done, I was not satisfied with the looks. I felt like something was kind of off, so I went to my tool to liquidify. So I was just pushing around body parts, hands, the legs around, until I felt like it was a little bit symmetrical. And after doing this, I went to a new layer and started making the jacket. So after getting my character roughs done, which is with and without the jacket, I had to do a quick color test just to see what my character colors would look like. before I head into more detailed lining and cleanups. So I was just doing a color test and the shader test as well. So I will create a new layer for this and also add a multiply layer for shades. Alpha lock it to the character and also move this around just to create a little bounce light from the character. So I will also do the shades with the same color just to see what this character looks like with the whole shading done. So with this completed, I would also make two other shades because from Stranger Things we have the normal day color. We also have the upside down color, which is like a blue tone, and also we also have a red upside down color, which is the red tones. So I'm basically making 3 tones just for tests for this character design. Also, I know this might seem way too fast, so you can't really understand what I'm doing here. So when I'm done with the entire character turnaround, I will show you guys a detailed explanation of how I do each color tone and also how I do the shadings. After all that's done, I'm going back to my rough without the jackets. So I'm gonna reduce the opacity and create a new layer above this, and I'll start making my cleanups. So this will be the final cleanup for this artwork. So I'm gonna try to get this character in best shapes and best quality at this point. So if you notice, I'm using smoother lines, and I'm also using a technical pen, which is a default Procreate pen. I am not using any custom pen, just the default technical pen with the streamline set up to 80%. So that's what I'm doing on this character here. Also, I've reduced my brush size to a size 4 because I noticed most of these animated series, they have like a really tiny brush size for most of their animations. Also, always remember to flip your canvas just so you know what your character looks like on the other side. So I notice mine still looks a bit off, so I use my liquidify tool to push the body around just so it looks symmetrical. With all this being done, my character looks fine now. So I'm just gonna go into my canvas drawing guide. I'm gonna do the 2D grid to make my character turn around. So once you activate this, you will be drawing straight lines on your character. Always make sure you are on a new layer before you start doing this. So I'm going to start drawing my lines on my points of interest. Everybody can have different points of interest for their drawings. So these points of interest will make you know where each position of the character parts are in the different perspectives. So for this case, I drew the first line on the top of his hat. I drew the next line on the left panel of his hat. And I also drew a line above his visor. So these lines, when I'm drawing the side view or the 3/4 view or the front view, I would follow this exact positions of these lines to draw each perspective. So you can see I'm drawing the next line now on his the bottom of his hairline. Then I would reduce the opacity of these lines just so when I'm drawing the other perspectives, I can see my outline clearly. That's why. So I'll be drawing my lines basically over points of interest. You can have different points of interest. It doesn't have to be like mine. You just have to have your points of interest on the parts which seems most important to yourself and the parts you feel describes the character more. Like the eyes, the eyebrows, the nose. These are like a must. Like you have to have points of interest to have like the size of the eyes, size of the nose. So you can see I drew 2 lines, one line above the left eye and one line below the left eye as well. So my line did not actually go across the right eye because I'm using the closer eye for my reference. So you can see I drew another line on the nose, on the bottom part of the nose, just so I know where the nose ends. And I also draw a line across the lips and the top lip and bottom lip, all of that. So I just drew a line across the top part of the nose, so I know where the nose begins and where the nose ends. So right now you see me draw lines across the lips, the middle of the lip, the bottom and top of the lip, and also on his chin. So this is what you have to do, like throughout the entire character, just so you know your points of interest while drawing the other perspectives. After doing this, I will stretch out on these lines to the ends using transform and freehand to stretch these lines to the edge of the canvas. So I will stretch both sides, and then I would reduce the opacity of this line and start drawing my next perspective. Next, the front view. Always remember to create a new layer for each perspective. For the front view, I will be going to my drawing guide and use symmetry. So now I will start drawing the lines from the top of the hat down to the left and right panel of the hat. As you can see, my points of interest are guiding me to draw the second perspective, which is the front view. So the only thing I do not have right now, my points of interest do not show me the width of these points, but I only have the length accounted for. So I will use my initiative at this point to know the width of the cap from the left to the right, so it does not look too stretched. So the character does not look way too stretched out and looking weird. So I'm gonna just put this in mind while I'm drawing each point of interest. So now you can see I'm drawing the lines. I'll already check back at my character to see what point of interest we're drawing next. So you can see the side hair, I'm drawing this down, and then I would see where to put the ears. As you can see, I actually had a hard time trying to figure out the right width of my character's face. So you will see me going back and forth trying to draw the lines closer. So I'm just trying to figure out what width works best and gives the looks I want for my character. So it doesn't look weird like when you see the front view and you see the three-quarter view, it looks like a different person. So I'm just trying to figure out what width works best. So I'm going to be creating a new layer to check the width of the neck of the three-quarter view in comparison to the front view. So I'm going to use a rectangle and color fill and stretch out the three-quarter view neck. Then I'm going to move this to the front view, and as you can see, the neck is not actually the same size. So now I know I have to redraw my front view neck so it actually matches the size of the three-quarter view neck. So you gotta do this for parts which are actually constant when rotated around. For example, the neck remains the same size most of the time. In a front view or three-quarter view or side view, it is always the same size. Also body parts like the arms and also the legs, these body parts maintain the same size. So you can use this trick to check the width of those body parts, so you can always have consistent looking width in each perspective. So now I will start drawing the eyes. I want to start off first by drawing the eyebrows, then I will draw the eyes. I tried drawing the eyes from a freehand mode, but it was not really looking like the eyes I wanted. So I had to go into a new layer and draw the eyes of the three-quarter view and move that into the front view. Then we draw these so we have both sides drawn in the same symmetry. And there we have it, our front view is actually complete. So we're going to move this to the side, and now we're going to start drawing our side view of the character. As usual, we're going to start off on the highest part of the character, which is the top of the hat. Then now I'm drawing the sides, to actually match. You can see I'm drawing the left panel now, so it matches the left panel line, point of interest I drew before on the 3/4 view. So I'm just trying to match each each lines I'm drawing to match the point of interest from the 3/4 view. So sometimes I might look at the 3/4 view and also look at the side on the front view, which I drew already now. I'm looking at both sides for reference to know how to draw the side view using the point of interest. So once I'm done with the side view, I'm just going to reposition my character perspectives. And I would also duplicate the 3/4 view and also duplicate the front view, because these perspectives would be needed to make the back view and the 3/4 back view. The front view, the side view, and the 3/4 view are the main perspectives needed to make the character turn around. The other perspectives can be simply copied. For example, the front view, I would copy the front view to make the back view. I would just be making some changes and basically erasing the parts and making them seem like a back view. But the front view is basically a mirror of the back view. Same as the 3/4 back view is also like a mirror of the 3/4 view. So I would just be trying to make this like a back view. As you can see, in the front view, the belt was down, but I'll be making the back view belt go up. And same for the hands. You can see the hands as the front view hands, but I will just make this a mirror. So now we have a back view hand. Same as the pants. I'll do the same for the shoes or the pants. And basically, I will do this again for the 3/4 view. I would reduce the opacity of the previous one, which I copied. Then I would start making changes to the new 3/4 back view. So I will be keeping all the edges, because this is like accurate. All the edges remains accurate, because imagine this as a silhouette of the character. When you look at yourself in the wall, when you see your shadow in the wall, you can basically tell it doesn't have a back view or front view. So that is what I'm doing with these perspectives. Your back view and your front view, there is no difference with the outlines. So I'm only making changes to the inner details of these parts to show it's like a back view and no longer like the front view. So now I have all the perspectives done. I just need to paint at this point. So right now I'm just merging all the layers together so I can turn on referencing and paint these perspectives. So what I'll be doing is bring in the first rough character design I made as my color reference. So what I'll be doing here is pick out the colors of the face, the hat, the hair, the jacket and all that. And I'll be saving these colors onto my color palette. So you can see I'm clicking on clear the previous color palette and saving the new colors onto my new color palette. So I will do this for all the colors on this character. Then we will start using these colors to paint our character turnaround. Also, once you drag in your color field for the first time, you would have an option right on top which says continue filling, and once you tap on that you would have color drop. So you can just tap on the parts to fill and not drag anymore, which makes this process way faster. So once I'm done painting the flats, I would group the outline layer and the flat layer, then duplicate that group and also flatten that group. So this group, I will be using it to do my flat shading. But firstly, I would have to pick the color for my rough character design. So I'm just going to review the multiply layer back into normal and increase the opacity of the multiply layer. So what I'm going to do now is just color pick this shader for the rough character design and add it to my color palette. So after doing this, I would go back into my character turnaround and turn these flats into multiply. Then I would tap on the select tool, select this and use color fill. Next, I'll go into my layers and I will be duplicating my group. Then I will drag this flat color shader into my group. So now I'm going to reduce my opacity to about 50%. Then I will use a clipping mask to clip this to my flat painting. So after clipping this, I also have to push this layer to the right or to the left. So I'm pushing mine to the right. So now we have like a light bounce effect on our character. So now I'll create a new clipping mask layer for the next layer of shadings. For this, I will be needing my rough character design so I can see the parts with the shadings. So I'm gonna like make the parts, the shadings visible. So now I can see each part of the character that needs shading. So I'm just gonna do this for the entire perspectives. Now it's time to draw the jacket and the turnaround of this jacket. So now I'm just going to place my rough character again by the side and just draw above my 3/4 view a new jacket which I'm going to use for my entire character turnaround. So once I'm done drawing this, I would also do new 2D grid lines which is like a drawing guide for the jacket itself. So now I'm going to do a 2D drawing guide for the jacket, and I will use this 2D drawing guide to make the turnaround for the jacket just like I did for the character design. I do not know, there might be an easier way to do this than the way I'm doing it right now, but at least this is the way I know how to do it. So basically redrawing the entire turnaround of the jackets. So now I'm done making the turnaround for the jacket. I also gotta find a way to make the shades for the jacket, just the same way I made for the character turnaround. So in this part, I'm just trying to figure out how to make how to apply the mask to the entire body and the jacket at the same time. It might seem pretty confusing, but what I ended up doing in this case is I brought in my jacket layer into my group layer on top the outline of my group layer. So I would merge that group and make it a mask. So I will mask that group to a duplicate of that of the next group to make the shades. So now we have the perspectives without the jackets and with the jackets on. With all that done, we're heading straight up into Procreate Dreams to make our character turn around. We just gotta import all our character perspectives. Then we would be moving each of these perspectives into a center. Now we have to rearrange our perspectives into the 3/4 view first, the side view second, the 3/4 back view next, then the back view, and so on forth. So after doing this, we would have to duplicate the 3/4 back view and the 3/4 view, and also the side views to make a complete turnaround. With our complete turnaround done, make sure you have all your layers in a group so we can resize this into the canvas. And now we have our character turnaround without the shades, and also we have our character turnaround with the shadings. Now I just want to turn my background from a white color to a red color. So I'm going to do is go into my stage and tap on background color and change this to red, to a nice red tone. And that's how you do an accurate character turnaround. With all that being said, if you did enjoy this video, I would really appreciate if you smack the like button and leave a comment down in the comment section if you got any question, and I will do my best to leave you all a reply. Thanks again for watching. Love you all. Stay safe. Peace out.